Hola gang, and welcome to Old Nerd Radio for October 26, 2017. It's Thursday. Friday is right around the corner. How y'all doing? Today is officially National Pumpkin Day, but it's also National Mincemeat Pie Day. Here are a few things about mincemeat pie and mincemeat that you probably didn't know. I definitely didn't know. Mincemeat was originally a medieval England sweet spicy mixture of chopped minced lean meat, usually beef or beef tongue, suet, and fruit. It was generally served as an entree. Gradually the meat content was reduced, and today the mixture contains nuts, dried fruits such as raisins, apples, pears, citrus peel, etc., beef suet, spices, and brandy or rum, but no beef. Now, I had to look up what suet was because I had no idea, and according to Wikipedia, suet is the raw, hard fat of beef or mutton found around the loins and kidneys. And as usual, all that wonderful information was brought to us by foodelementary.com. On this day in 1954, Walt Disney's first television program, Disneyland, premiered on ABC. In birthdays, Eugene Porky Lee, who was one of the Little Rascals, one of my favorite Little Rascals, was born in 1933 in Fort Worth, Texas. Skipping over to the music side, in 1963, the Beatles began their first full foreign tour in Sweden. In 1964, the Rolling Stones appeared on Ed Sullivan for the first time, and in 1965, they also released Get Off My Cloud. In 1980, Barbra Streisand's Guilty album goes number one for 3 weeks, and her single Woman in Love goes number one for 3 weeks. I love this album. If you've never heard the album Guilty, get on Spotify and look it up. This is a collaboration between Barbra Streisand and Barry Gibb from the Bee Gees. Just a really amazing album. Seems like everybody in my generation is dying off over the last couple of years. It's really getting a little bit depressing. Fats Domino died yesterday in New Orleans at the age of 89, surrounded by friends and family, according to his daughter. Of course, he was the purveyor of such hits as Blueberry Hill, Ain't That a Shame, and I'm Walkin'. Fats sold more than 65 million albums and received a Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 1987. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 86. Sad, sad, sad. And finally, if you're a Trekkie, a fan of the original series, I think you'll find this interesting. I found an article over at the website 90skidsonly.com that's 21 facts about the original Star Trek TV show that will surprise even Trekkies. One of the more interesting facts was that James Doohan actually had a missing finger, and they hid it really well. But according to the article, James Doohan, the actor who played Engineer Scott on the show, was sometimes seen with a missing finger on his right hand, and they show a picture of him holding tribbles, and it's very obvious that it's not there. Doohan served with the 14th Field Artillery Regiment of the 3rd Canadian Infantry Division during the D-Day invasion of Normandy in 1944. While Doohan crossed between command posts in the middle of the night, a nervous Canadian sentry took him for a German soldier and opened fire. Doohan was shot 4 times in the leg, once in the chest, and once straight through his middle finger. Luckily, of course, as we all know, since he was on the show, Doohan survived. But his finger obviously did not, and it had to be amputated. Says he tried to conceal the fact that he had a missing finger for most of his acting career, but it can occasionally be seen in certain episodes of Star Trek. And if nobody had pointed that out, I probably never would have known to this day. But anyway, I'll go ahead and put a link to that article over on oldnerdreviews.com, and you can check that out. Really interesting stuff, and I love learning stuff about TV and music and movies that I didn't know. There you go, gang. Thanks so much for tuning in to Old Nerd Radio. Share this with all your nerdy pop culture, foodie loving friends, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Friday. Get ready. Get your coffee already. It's Friday soon. Goodbye.